Hi. So this is a short video about self-love because I'm running a retreat in 6 weeks or so. End of July, beginning of August, called the Heart of Self-Love. And at the moment, self-love is the new age sort of buzzword because we don't love ourselves, people don't like themselves. Humanity at the moment is caught up in a battle, literally in a conflict and a battle with themselves, and it's a battle that is mostly unconscious, and very often the most unconscious ones are the ones who believe themselves to be most spiritual, because most spirituality is really a kind of a dead end, wild goose chase, illusion within the great illusion. So I want to shed some light on what self-love is, and the reason I can speak about this is because I've been studying it and researching it and working on it and teaching it for many, many years, all my life. In actual fact, there's no such thing as self-love. The self cannot love itself, because who you really are as a human being, the essence of who you are, is the absolute. The essence of who we are as human beings is divine. The essence of who we are is love itself. So how can love, love? You can't. Probably you could, but it doesn't make any sense and is completely unnecessary. What we need is not self-love, what we need is self-knowledge. When we know ourselves as we are, when we know that we are love, when we know ourselves as we are, then all that can happen is love. All we can do is love. All we can speak is love. All we can feel is love, because that is the essence of who we are. The reason why most of us feel that we don't love ourselves is because we don't know ourselves. We don't like ourselves because we don't even know ourselves. Because as children we were shut down in so many ways, sexually. We were shut down in our anger, we were shut down in our emotion, we were shut down in our sexuality, we were shut down in our femininity, we were shut down in our enthusiasm, we were shut down in our excitement, we were shut down in our passions, we were shut down in our curiosity. So many beautiful aspects of who we are as human beings were negated and suppressed. And in order to fit in order to be accepted and therefore loved and therefore to feel safe, we went along with it. In fact, we bought into it, and we even shut ourselves down eventually. So those parts of us that were shut down need to be recognized, remembered, reintegrated. And the first step towards that is awareness. Let's say, for example, your sexuality was shut down when you were a child. Then the first step is to reconnect and to become aware of that sexuality, of that sexual, sensual, creative life force, energy that is there in the body and has been shut down and suppressed for a long time. The first step is to reconnect with it, to feel it, to be with it. And as we accept those forgotten parts of ourselves, then we remember, and then we know again who we are really. And this process of reintegration, this process of remembering who we are and remembering where we came from, leads to self-knowledge, leads to a greater awareness, and ultimately leads to a much deeper space internally for love and for intimacy and for connection and for all of the things that we really yearn for in this life. So thank you for listening, and if this resonates with you, if you recognize that your path, your journey through this life is bringing you to a place where you need to investigate yourself, you need to observe yourself and have reflection and know better who you are in order to come into that space of love, then as I mentioned earlier, I'm running a retreat in Mexico end of July to the 6th of August this year. It's in about 6 weeks time, I think, and we have some spaces still on the course. So I'm running that retreat with Carolia Grant, who is an amazing woman, also like me, has been working on herself her whole lifetime pretty much. And together we hold space and support people through this very deep work, mostly sitting in circle, but we also do a lot of yoga and energetic practice and breath work and many other things which support you individually and as a group to wake up to the reality that you are love.